Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm the Gentleman. This is the Gentleman's Pixel Club. Today we are playing Keio Flying Squadron on the Sega CD. This game is a little bit different. It has a long intro. The intro is 5 minutes long. There's on my fingers. 5 minutes long, thereabouts. And we are going to allow it to play out. If you are not interested in the intro, skip forward to the video for 5 minutes. Otherwise, I will see you at the other end of what we're about to watch together.
In the 8th year of the Keio era, Japan neared the end of its feudal period. The shogunate, facing an uprising by the anti-government movement, asked France for military help in order to suppress the rebellion. As the French were unwilling to assist, the government turned to the American delegation that was visiting Japan at the time to negotiate the Japan-U.S. peace treaty. You see, America was known as the country which had established a unique scientific technology by combining its native Indian shamanism with alchemy from Europe. It was the utilization of this science which had allowed an infant nation to grow into a military giant within only 1 century. The American delegation's military entourage, with its 20-gun mechanized unit, was powerful enough to defeat 3 major armies of the anti-government forces in less than 2 weeks. As a result of this military intervention, as well as the peace treaty with America, forced upon the shogunate by these circumstances, Japan moved ever closer to becoming America's protectorate. Unrelated to these historical proceedings, deep in a mountain north of the capital city lived the descendants of the ancient gods, protecting their ancestors' secret treasure. Down through the ages, their numbers had dwindled. Now there remained only an old couple and their granddaughter Rami. They alone kept watch over the treasure of the ancient gods. A flying wooden ship appeared suddenly from the sky and attacked. Who had attacked and stolen the key to the secret treasure. Good work. At last, this key is mine.
And I wasn't there to stop them. I hate this. Hyper cutie bunny chase! Huh?
Ronnie, where have you been?
Well, I got hungry, so I went to the mini-mart to get something to eat. At first I thought I wanted a burger, but then...
You were supposed to be guarding the key. You saved it in front of our ancestors. Shame on you.
Congratulations, we made it through the intro and we're now going to start the game with another cutscene, but a much shorter one.
And what were you doing while they were stealing the key from us? You went to get a snack, you fool!
Ow! You don't have to get so upset about a dinky key.
You don't understand anything. It was Dr. Poon who stole it from us. A super intelligent raccoon. His IQ is 1400. Can you even guess how important that key is?
Well, what is the key for?
It's for the secret treasure.
Then what is the secret treasure, Grandma?
Don't ask so many questions. The only thing I remember is, it's called Ark.
Ark? I wonder what it is.
Dr. Poon wants to use the Ark to turn this planet into a raccoon world.
Hey, why not? Sounds like fun.
What a fool you are. It was totally your fault. You know that. You really should... I guess you'll never learn. Well, listen, Rami. Until you get that key back, you will get no food. That's right. No key, no dinner. You'd better hurry and chase them down.
I hate this. Hey, Spot, we gotta go. Spot? Are you still sleeping? Wake up!
So finally, all the animation, all the intros are out of the way, and we're into the game. This was not the game that I was expecting to play. When I play games to do for you, I have the not the Mega Drive, this is I have the MiSTer. So it has dulled my brain, the stupidity of the story. I have the MiSTer FPGA, and I go into whatever system I want, this being the Mega CD here, and I picked a game at random. I was expecting to play a flying shark type game, a 1943 type game. I was hoping to play a game with planes. And when I clicked on this, when I fired this up, it was, this isn't what I was expecting. You know, what the hell is this? And I do my recordings at the same time as I play this, so this literally is the first time that I've ever played the game. When I fire the game up, I hit the record on the video editing piece of hardware that I use, so everything is captured, so you get the real honest first impression gameplay here. And you know, I was a little surprised about this. You know, the storyline for the cutscenes as well is a little bit questionable. You know, why would you entrust this special key to a little girl? You know, the adults should take some responsibility of what's going on. You know, she really shouldn't have been told off for her mistakes. She's only a child here, and you know, Spot shouldn't have been kicked by her, and she's flying Spot at the moment. And I had to notice that Spot was blue on the animation, on the intro, but he's green at the moment. So hey ho, these things happen. But this game reminds me very much of Paradise, I think it's pronounced, and I've done two versions of that so far. I did one on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and I did another on the PC Engine, which was, you know, a great little game, a fun little game to play. Not as detailed in the graphics as what you're seeing here, in terms of, you know, the sprite that you fly and everything, and it gives you many more options, so you can play normal looking characters here. But this is effectively Sega's version of that game, and that's a quote not by myself but by another magazine. So after I finished the gameplay through this, I went to do a little bit of research on this game, thinking, you know, I've never heard of this. Maybe it was a Japanese only release, you know, this is a little bit odd. And it actually wasn't. It did come out on various countries, various, you know, regions, and this is what we're playing now. Am I enjoying myself? Interesting. So it's a shoot 'em up game, very clearly. It's got very, very pretty graphics. It's got unique graphics in terms of what they are, and I've just died with a game over. So it has continues as well, which is good. And we're firing it up again to start the level, and we do start the level right from the beginning. But am I enjoying myself? I don't know. I think the other game that I mentioned, I probably enjoyed a little bit better. I found the background music to be, you know, a little bit more appealing for me, even though you could say it's swappable, it's replaceable. You know, it hung together just a little bit better in my mind. But is this a bad game? I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's certainly a very different game. You know, these anime type games, you know, and I think this could probably be called an anime type game because of the content, because of the intro that you've got. You know, they're few and far between, and they do appeal to a certain market. And you know, is that market really me? Well, I do like the shooting games, I do like the pickup games that you can pick up and play. And having a look at this, you know, how quickly I died on the first playthrough, I am finding this a little bit hard. So will I go back to it? I will probably go back to it, but you know, my death rate is utterly ridiculous here. So I'm fighting some kind of gunship, and why the raccoons want to, you know, take over this world, and why this world has a special key that is guarded by them, that is looked after by two adults and a child. It really doesn't go into those details. And this is also a hard game as well. Yeah, I haven't got even further than what I did before. So we're going to concentrate, and we're going to play a little bit more on the next continue that we've got. And I think this is the last continue. I think they get used up after this, and it will be game over, because it doesn't give you infinite continues. And I struggle with these with Spot. So Spot is now duplicated, and there's two Spots. So you see the little versions of him that's underneath her, because she's obviously riding Spot there, and there's another couple. I have no idea how I managed to get those, how they created themselves or why they created themselves, but all I know is that they're there, which is good. So I'm changing my tactics now that I've got multiple spots to shoot, and basically just move up and down the screen, although I die at that point. And if I can move up and down the screen to get as much firepower going all the way across the screen, maybe I can kill these enemies and I can get through these enemies. As I say, the tunes on the previous mentioned game, you know, I think I enjoyed a little bit more. The sprites on here though are really rich, they are really colourful, and you know, it is rather a silly game, but by God, it is not easy. You know, that flying wooden ship got me straight away. Look at those missiles that it fires, it looks like they're made of wood. I got hit by one of those a few moments ago and it just took me straight out, and it got me again. So, dead and game over. Oh, we do have one more continue. You can see that by the bottom right hand side where the little levels disappear. If you watch the video again, you will see a stack of 2 or 3 continues, and I only had one there. So this is the last continue. So again, we go straight back to the beginning of the level. This game, on my little bit of research that I did for the game, actually had a sequel, and it had a sequel on the Sega Saturn. This can't have been too popular because, you know, it didn't, well, I didn't know about it, and it doesn't mean it's not popular, I didn't know about it, but, you know, this was where I was enjoying games. You know, you were looking at new games, you were buying the magazines, but this literally had no living memory for me at all. And if this had been a flying game, a shooting game with aeroplanes, you'd have a completely different video. But some of you, this will appeal to, other people that won't, and this is the wonders of retro gaming that we have. You're in a world where you see so many games that you just never knew existed, you never thought existed. When I look at my MiSTer FPGA system, you know, I have thousands upon thousands of games that I can play that we can go on this journey together with, and you're going to have random ones like this. There was some great feedback on the comments recently where somebody said, you know what, you know, I like what you play games that, you know, would have glazed past some of us, would not necessarily look at. And this does fall into this category here. And this channel isn't all about playing the most popular games, although I do play them once in a while. You know, you have a game coming up in a couple of videos time, which is a very, very popular game, but it's probably one of the best arcade conversions you had on a home system. And you know, this is just from a personal memory here, so you know, I was very, very pleased to be doing this. And for those of you thinking, well, hang on a minute, you know, that video is in the future, what are you talking about? These videos are necessarily not always made in the same order. So the Christmas Day video has actually been done already, and a couple of the other videos have been done already, and you will notice that my beard goes from not being here to being here to not being here. And this is the wonders of time videos, this is the wonders of scheduled videos. I do these when I get some spare time, and I'm currently on holiday at the moment. And on one of the earlier videos, or maybe you haven't seen it yet, but one of the later videos, I mentioned that I have a lot of notes from the missus to do while I'm off. You know, today is one of these days where I have 0 notes. I've woken up to no notes whatsoever, which is absolutely fantastic. So it gives me more time to do this. But just know this, the videos are recorded not in sync and not in any particular order. The purpose of this channel as well was originally set up for when I had some health issues that I was dealing with, and it turned into a hobby. Those health issues, as far as I'm concerned and aware, are pretty much rectified at the moment. And you know, I just absolutely love doing what I do for you. And if I ask for anything back, please, 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 if you feel the content that I produce, if you feel you're enjoying yourself watching these and you're not subscribed, put my bloody teeth in there, please consider subscribing. To any of you that are subscribed, thank you very much. It honestly means the world. Now, I know I've repeated that a few times, but it really does. It shows me that I'm heading in the right direction. And as we play this game, I'm also heading in the right direction. But look at those huts. Those huts have now changed from nice little villager huts to huts with cannons in. And this is my question here. If we're in a world where the raccoons have taken over, you know, what kind of infrastructure do they have to be able to replace all the huts with turret welding huts? You know, this is just insane. This is just silly. It's silly daft. And you know, this is what we've got from here. I've got a lot further in this game than what I have on the previous levels, and this is absolutely my last continue for the game. You know, am I having fun? I think as we play this, I am having fun, I am enjoying myself. It is beginning to appeal with me a little bit more because you saw differences in what the layouts were. The huts started to have guns, so the variety of the enemies and the things started to change a little bit, and my opinions will change, and I will talk as they change as we play through the game, because I'm giving you the reaction that I had when I first saw this for the first time, when it was fired up. We have a big boss coming. You can always tell this because the screen gets static, and when these little ships appeared I thought, oh, that's not so bad, they're easy. No problem here at all. And then we have something being dragged by cows. That is a cow at the bottom, I believe. There's a monkey on the top that's going to be throwing bananas at me, I think, as we go through this. And this is just absolutely shit hard. When it fires its missile, it blows up in the air, and that is an area of damage that I can't go near in any shape or form. I have to absolutely stay away from this. So the bananas are being thrown in all their vengeance. It's just pure and utter madness. And I've died, I've lost a life, so I'm on my final life, the final credit that we've got. And this has been a strange, fun game, not the game that I was expecting. And we've died there with game over, but I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have a MiSTer FPGA, you know what, pick this up, give it a go, have a look at this. You're going to see a very, very strange game, but it's part of our history, it's part of the retro culture that we have. Anyway, I'm the Gentleman, this is the Gentleman's Pixel Club, stay safe, goodbye.
Would you like to play again?
Hello there, just a quick word from me. If you're a subscriber to this channel, thank you very much. Honestly, it means the world to me and the world to Harun that I'm holding. Harun would like all of you to be subscribers to this channel. And if you are this far through the video and you haven't subscribed, but you feel that I have earned your subscription through the content that you've seen so far, please consider subscribing. It makes me happy, it makes Harun happy, and when Harun's happy, everybody's happy. Thank you very much. Stay safe, take care. Goodbye.